nonverbal communication is realistically 80% of how we communicate to the world, how we're feeling, what our thoughts are, and what we're about to do. If you're closed off, if you have your hands covered like this and they're just across and you're closing off the center mass, the most vulnerable part of your body, and you're closing that off, you probably feel very vulnerable in a situation, so you're trying to hide yourself. If you felt like you were confident, you owned the room, you got this in a bag, you would sit back, hands probably would be across to take up more aerial space that you're sitting in. You don't need to over-obsess about your nonverbal communication, but you want to at least know what you're doing in certain areas. So if you're walking into a room, are you walking with your head down and your shoulders hunched over, or your shoulders back and your head's up, looking and looking around the room? Eye contact is another nonverbal communicative signal or form of communicating. And males probably do this the most, more than women, simply because we're a little bit more of the aggressors, right? Violence, like we've always said, can be taken out with two males. So let's think about that this way. When you're walking into a room and there's other males in the room, how often are you scanning and looking these males in the eyes? I think that also says a lot about your inner peace and your ability to be honest and to tell the truth. Like for me, if someone that I'm looking to do a business deal does not look me directly in my eyes, I know that you feel some way about me, or I'm disrupting something about you or something within you that you can't stand, so you can't look me in the eyes. Right? And that's usually what's going on. If someone can't look you in the eyes, they're probably not telling the truth, or you are evoking a feeling in them that they can't handle. And more times than not, it's because you're a mirror. If you're talking to somebody who's out of shape, that wants to be in shape, and you are in impeccable shape, and they can't look you directly in the eye, it's because you're a reflection of their insecurities. More times than not, when we're in positions where people don't want to look at you, people don't want to be around you, people don't want to really engage, it's not always because you did something wrong, but more so what you didn't do, and that you're just a mirror to them. And when people see their own securities coming at them, they run. And that happens in business all the time. And that'll happen in friendship, relationships, any sort of encounter with another human being. You are either going to be a mirror, or you are going to just gel together because you all both are on the same frequency, they're both understanding, and those nonverbal communications are telling you that it's a green light. When you're looking to have power, gain respect in rooms, you want to know how to position yourself as a person of authority. But here's the catch. A lot of people take this for granted. If you don't have the power and you try to fake it, people with real power and people with real substance can see you. If you haven't gone through a lot or gone through that chapter yet that's built up the character or the strength to be a certain human, bro, when you try to fake it, people who have actually gone through that struggle or gone through that part of their journey will see right through your bluff. Because at some point, they probably were bluffing too. You're gonna crack at some point because their energy or their posture or their ability to read your nonverbal communications are so high that then you crumble and fail because you realize that they're catching on to you. The entrepreneur that has gone through the longer road or has been in this game longer and has more wisdom, has more knowledge, has more understanding of the space is going to read you better than you probably can read yourself, because you're giving off a nonverbal communication that you are new to this. You may sit a certain way, give eye contact a certain way, and get all fidgety with certain things. You can really, you can tell a lot of nonverbal communication. All a seasoned veteran is going to do is just watch you, watch you, watch you, watch you, watch. It makes more sense in all spaces to act and operate on the level that you know, because you're not trying to pretend or fake it to anybody. You're not trying to give off some bullshit ass persona. You've lived your life enough to stand confidently on something. Maybe the only thing you got going for yourself is that you've gone to fucking college. You've aced certain classes, you've done this, you've done that. You can stand confidently knowing that you are smart enough to graduate college. If you didn't go to college, you are smart enough to have graduated high school and have a set of friends that you can trust and have a job that's paying you and paying your bills and doing XYZ. You can stand on that knowing that you do that. So that gives you confidence. Stand on what you know. Don't fake because you feel like you're impressing somebody else. Fuck them. You need to stand on what you know so that you can stand up with your head back, because no matter, or your shoulders back, the only way you can truly be confident is when you know you've gotten over something or have achieved something. I want you to think back right now. What is your last accomplishment that you can stand on and say, I did that? The last accomplishment that you can sit there confidently and say, yup, I did that. Cool. Take that and let it be the basis and foundation on which you grow from. You get in a conversation with people that are higher in rank than you, whatever. They can't take that shit away from you. Nobody can take your accomplishments away from you. So that's what you need to stand on. And you got to get comfortable with that. Because then when you're in meeting and in your brain, you know you don't know a certain topic. Now, not only is your body language receptive to receive, because you're no longer in a meeting like this. Oh no, I can't fucking be in this room because there's too many big hitters in here, and I don't know what to do because I just don't know what to do, and I don't have the experience. Jimmy, fucking Jimmy. Don't be a Jimmy, my guy. I'm confident enough to be in a room with all of these people that are going to teach me something that will increase my knowledge base. So you can sit back and be receptive of that. And as a man, if you're in tip-top shape, if you smell good, if you look good, if your hair's done, if your skin's on point and everything is clicking image-wise, you just need the littlest bit of achievement. Shit, it could have been that you woke up this morning and spread your bed, made breakfast for your girl, and fucking walked out the door and worked out this morning before this meeting. That's all you could need. And then all of the rest is your image. And this is why I will continue to say that your image says a lot more about you than you could ever say out of your mouth. And that is another way of nonverbal communication. Some of us worry about the wrong fucking shit. When you're in anyone's space, understand how big of an impact that your image has. Your image has such a big impact on how well you come across to somebody. Even a car you drive, the clothes you wear, the way you smell, all of that is a big has a huge fucking weight on what you're telling another person. So nonverbal communication not only is the way that you move your body, but the things that you put on your fucking body. And this is why we talk about not being a blood clot Jimmy. Jimmy's gonna be like, oh, I need a script. I need to know what to wear. I need to know exactly what to do. No, what you need, Jimmy, is to figure out what the fuck you are, or who the fuck you are. Because when you know who you are, the nonverbal communication stuff then rolls off the side of your fucking shoulder like butter. Not only do you know yourself, but you know how to exude it and express it to other people unapologetically without saying a fucking word. Imagine you go into a business room, you're looking to close a deal, right? You go in a room, you smell good, you look good, your hair's on point, and then the things that come out of your mouth on point. You're in shape, clothes sit on you and hug you nicely. When you walk, there's a different aura that goes around you when one, you're confident, but two, your image tells everybody else that you're confident without you having to say shit. Then when you sit down, then it's like, who the fuck is that guy? And this is where shit get real tricky. Shit gets tricky when you start to see how fucking execs or people above you in rank operate when they see you. People might not like you. The reason why you're not getting where you want to with people is simply because you're a mirror to their insecurity. It's not that you need to tone yourself down. It's that you need to stick there and just be open. And then when you open up your mouth, you need to be receptive and allowing and understanding that the way that you operate may make these people comfortable, not because of your doing, but because they're insecure about something that you currently do. Another thing in the business world that's very, very, very fucking interesting and hilarious to me is that money can't make energy, my boy. Money can't change your energy. If you're just a rich Jimmy, think about it. I want you to think about all the execs you know. A lot of them motherfuckers are just rich Jimmies. They're pussy holes, right? And when I say that, I mean it with all due disrespect. They're following a script, and so the script took them. You gotta have some dog in you. So for you to be a high-level exec, you've gotten somewhere, and that's an accomplishment by itself. But being a Jimmy, then when a unique energy comes around, they don't know what the fuck to do because they're just high-level cookie cutter. They're just high-level people who went through the fucking cookie cutter system, got everything they fucking wanted, and then they can't even replicate or give off the energy that someone like yourself can give off because you're authentically just being you, right? They follow the script. They got the big job. They got the big director. They got the big director position. They got the big check, the big salary, the big this, the big that, the car, the gal, the this, that, the third. But in their heart, they know that they don't have the ability to be unique because they're not. They follow the script the whole fucking time. And so when your young ass come in, looking good, smelling good, right? They gonna get mad for no reason because the insecurity is not only on on the level of, oh, my non-verbal communication isn't high enough, or they're not giving off what they want to give off, but they also can't give off what they want to give off because they don't even know anything better. They can't even tell you who they are. And so when you walk in, they getting real fucking fussy, real weird. You ever met somebody that just disagrees with everything you do? Like everything you do. You could do even the best for them and they still don't like it because they can't replicate the energy that you're giving off. You hear people try to like imitate people. People are trying to follow someone else. As much as you follow whoever the fuck you're trying to replicate or give off, you could never give off that image if you fucking walked in the same room with them. Because they've done something you haven't, which is self-work and self-love. It does a lot for you. It does a lot for you. And when you fucking defy and get away from the societal shit, and you start to look within yourself and say, yo, I am who I say I am who this is, and this is what I'm gonna exude to the world, and this is the energy I like, and blah, 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 and you recreate yourself to be exactly who you know you are, that energy hit different. It's almost like the Chrysler and the Bentley theory, that Chrysler 300. When a Chrysler 300 park, right, everyone can be like, damn, that's a nice car. Look like a Bentley, right? Until a fucking Bentley pull up. And I know you've heard that joke before. A Chrysler 300 can only imitate the real McCoy to the real McCoy pull up in the fucking driving spot. And you're going to see a Chrysler 300 and be like, that's a Chrysler now, because that's a Bentley. And that's what fucking non-communication does. Non-verbal communication does. It sieves out the fake from the real, but not only does it sieve out the fake from the real, it tells you who and what people are because of the way they operate when you don't say a word. And so that speaks to a lot of the energy that we talk about and why you need to work on your self-love, because your self-love is the only thing that could generate enough power to alter that. Fuck being a Jimmy. Fuck being a clone. Fuck being a high-level Jimmy. Right? I need to be the guy who not only sits in high, powerful rooms, but speaks and has powerful mannerisms that tell the rest of the room that I am authentically me. And you can stand on business every time with that. Don't worry about nothing else. Just stand on business when it comes to who you are and what you're trying to give off to the world. Boy, Mr. Brown.